Welcome back to my channel for another new video. For today's video, I have this completely drugstore Valentine's Day look. I'm currently filming this a while before Valentine's Day, but this look is super easy, super simple to recreate. I think it's really cute and flirty and nice and easy to do for Valentine's Day. I think this is perfect for date night, if you guys are going out to dinner or something like that. Yeah, it's using all drugstore products, so nothing is too expensive. You can head to your local drugstore and pick up all the products for this video really easily. I hope that you guys enjoy this look, and let's go ahead and get right into the video. Alright guys, so getting started, I'm going ahead and taking this transition shade from the Wet n Wild Rose in the Air palette. I absolutely love this palette. It is so gorgeous. It is such a dupe for the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm just taking that transition shade on a Morphe brush and just blending this into my crease. I'm pretty much packing this on pretty heavily because I am going for a little bit more of a smoky eye. It's not going to be super natural, and I want all of the colors that we have to blend together really nicely into this shade. And I find that packing on the transition shade just really helps with the whole look looking more blended and super efficient. So I'm going ahead and blending that on both eyes. You can make this as dark or as light as you want. As I always say, I personally just love a good smoky eye, so I'm just going ahead and packing that on the crease. Now moving on, I'm going ahead and taking this dark brown shade also from the palette and just packing that on the outer corner of my eye. I love doing this. It is really a simple way to create a smoky eye, so I'm just packing that on the lid, on the outer corner of my lid, and just going ahead and blending out the harsh edges. I think that this is a wonderful way to do a really simple smoky eye. You can pack a matte color on the lid or a shimmer on the lid, and there you have a really simple smoky eye. Once that is all packed on the outer corner, I'm going ahead in with this Maybelline Master Chrome highlight in the shade Molten Gold. I love this shade so much for highlight as well as eyeshadow. Once I am packing that on the lid, I'm not going ahead and spraying my brush. I personally just like to have this look a little bit lighter because, like I said, this is kind of like my lighter look. If you want a super dramatic look, go ahead and look back on my channel. I posted a really in-depth halo eye, but for this look I wanted it to be a little bit simpler and a little bit softer, so that's why I'm not going ahead and dampening my brush or anything like that. It is still super pigmented on its own, so I absolutely love the way that this is turning out. Make sure that you blend that color into the dark color as well. That is a super key to having a blended look. I'm going in here with the same blending brush that we used for the last two shades and just making sure that all the shades blend into that crease transition shade that we put down. Once all that is blended out, I'm going ahead back into the palette and taking this cream shade and just going ahead and highlighting my brow bone with this. I love this shade. It is so creamy and so buttery, and I think it is amazing as a brow bone highlight. So I'm just taking that on a shader brush and blending that under my brow and into that transition shade. Make sure you go ahead back in with the brush that you use for your transition shade just to blend that out. Off camera, I went ahead and popped on the Salon Perfect 614 lashes, my favorite, and now we're going to go ahead and move on to the face. So starting out with primer, I'm going ahead and taking this one from Maybelline. This is the Hydrate and Smooth primer. I have been absolutely loving this primer, guys. It is so good and so moisturizing. It's almost like a moisturizer under your makeup, and it is amazing. It doesn't make me super oily throughout the day, and I absolutely love it. The next primer step that I always use is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. I love this stuff. It just makes your foundation look really nice. I don't know what it does, but I can't get off of it. I'm almost out. I need to definitely go pick up some more. While I'm waiting for my primer and base to set, I'm going ahead in and just applying some mascara to my falsies. This just blends the fake lashes with your natural lashes, and I think that it is a major key to making your falsies look more realistic and more natural, so I just go ahead in with that. While I'm also waiting for my base to dry, I'm going ahead and taking the Smashbox Always On gel liner in the shade Black and blending that on my upper tight line just to blend once again my natural lashes with the falsies. This is a great way to make that band a little bit more hidden without having to use like wing liner. Now moving back to the face, I'm going ahead and taking the Maybelline Super Stay foundation. And I'm going ahead and blending this in with a e.l.f. Selfie blending brush. I love this brush. I know in my review I said I didn't like it with a brush, but after that review I ended up trying it with a brush a few more times and actually ended up loving it. But I do, once I'm fully done blending it with the brush, go ahead in over it with my L'Oreal sponge, or any sponge. It doesn't have to be the one from L'Oreal, of course. And I'm just blending that over my face. It just really sets the makeup and gets any of the brush strokes gone, so it's really nice. Now moving into concealer, I'm taking the Ulta concealer in the shade Medium Warm and just placing that under my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, on my forehead and my upper lip, as well as my chin. This look was pretty heavy with the smoky eye, so I wanted my face to be a little bit brighter. That's why I'm highlighting and concealing so much. You don't have to do this much, but I think that this really balances out the eyes and the other makeup that we have on our face. So I'm going ahead in and blending that out with my damp sponge. This sponge actually was sitting for a little bit, so it wasn't as damp as I actually liked it. So it was kind of almost like picking up the product, but I was honestly too lazy to go up and dampen my sponge, so we just had to make it work and make it twerk. So that's what we did. I just went ahead and sprayed it with a little bit more of my primer water and everything was fine. So that's a quick little tip if you're lazy like me. Just spray your sponge with some primer water and you'll be good to go. Once I'm done blending all that concealer out, I go ahead and set it with my favorite powder. If you guys know me, this is a staple on my channel. I can't get away from this Wet n Wild Photo Focus powder. I absolutely love it. It is so finely milled and just makes your skin look so amazing. I really want to try the Maybelline Dream Wonder powder. I've heard nothing but good things from that powder as well. So if you guys have tried that powder, definitely let me know how you like it down below in the comments. So I'm just blending that in with one of my favorite Wet n Wild brushes that I got from Dollar Tree, which is so good. And now I'm going ahead and blending in some contour. So I'm taking my e.l.f. contour kit. I know, where is my NYX bronzer, guys? What am I? Who am I? But I'm taking the 2 contour shades in the kit and blending that on my cheekbones. I actually ended up not liking this very much. I don't know why. I feel like it looked a little bit too ashy on my skin for some reason today, and it just was not blending the way I wanted it to. So I actually do go ahead in a little bit with my NYX bronzer just to balance everything out. This was making me look a little bit too ashy for my liking, and if you guys know, I don't really like ashy bronzers on myself because they do make me look a little sick, because I have such a warm skin tone that ashy bronzers just kind of don't really go with me. So here I'm just blending in the NYX contour just in like the real like contours of my face, just to give myself a little bit of warmth back into my skin and everything like that. So I'm just going around the perimeter of my face. I also go in a little bit on my nose. I am not a pro at nose contour by any means, but I just add a little bit of shadow back to my face there as well. Now I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Hello Halo highlight in the gold shade. I think it's Gilded Glow. I will have all the products listed down below, guys, for you, as well as their names. And I'm just going ahead and popping that on my cheekbones and blending that out with my damp beauty sponge, which is actually damp, guys. I went up and wet it, so be proud of me. So I'm just blending that out with my beauty blender. I think that this gives a gorgeous glow to the cheeks. It almost makes you look really wet, but I do go ahead and set mine just because I do have oily skin. If I don't set anything on my face, it'll just not be there by the end of the day because my face is an oil spill pretty much. So to set that highlight, like I said, I went head in with the Wet n Wild Precious Petals highlight, and look at that highlight, guys. Your date will be blinded by this glow, let me tell you, ladies. So I just go ahead and pop that on my cheekbones as well as my nose, because I love a highlight on my nose. And then I also go ahead and take this into my inner corner of my eye. Also, I take this on my Cupid's bow. I love doing that for a little bit more of like romantic looks and whatnot. So I take this shade into my inner tear duct. I love matching my highlights from my face into my makeup, and because I really didn't want to use the gold on my face because I was doing kind of a pink lip, I wanted something a little bit different. So I'm going ahead in now with the same eyeliner that we used for our upper lash line and just going ahead and placing that on the lower lash line so I can blend in the two shades that we used on the lid into my lower lash line just to complete the look. I love doing this. I think it makes a simple smoky eye look so cute, and I'm blending that into the shadow that we put up top as well to connect it and make the whole look super cute. And as you guys can see, I'm just blending that in. Now I'm going ahead and moving on to the lips. I'm taking the Wet n Wild gel lip liner in the shade Bear to Comment and just going ahead and lining and filling in my lips. I find that filling in your lips just makes any lipstick that you're wearing last a little bit longer because it has that base. So that is a tip for you guys. If you find that your lipstick kind of wears off pretty quickly throughout the day, this is a great way to prevent it from doing that. So I'm making sure to blend that into my lips so that it's not too harsh or too crazy or anything like that. I'm also going ahead in now with this Kokie Cosmetics lip powder in the shade Infamous and going ahead and placing that on my lips as well. I have been loving pinky shades on me, guys. I don't know who I am. I don't know what's going on. I used to hate pink on myself in the terms of lips. I used to love it, and I love it in eyeshadow, but for lips, I always felt like it made me look like a little Barbie doll. So I don't know who I am, but we're just blending that on our lips as well. And to top that off, I'm taking the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Tres Leche. This is the intense one. This just really makes your lips look so plump and so juicy and so sexy. I absolutely love this lip gloss, and it just makes your lips look super hydrated and so plump, and I'm obsessed. Now, lastly, once everything is done, I'm going ahead with the Makeup Revolution Oil Fixing Spray and just spraying that on my face and fanning that in. And now that is it for this look, guys. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video very soon. Love you, girls. Bye.